Good evening, everyone. This is the day 11 of Merge series. I'm Ravi Kumar, and today I'll show you how we can basically. Today we'll understand why do we need authorization, why it comes to the picture when you're not authorized person. So before moving ahead, I need to show you the today's agenda. So let me walk you through my screen. So let me start to share it. This is my data. Basically, this is my Mongo Atlas, where in my database there is a collection. Let me find out first. So I've already logged in here inside. So I'll go to my collection here. That is book management database. And inside this, you see that till this point we were able to create the books. These are some kind of books we were able to create it successfully, and we have tested our API. And there is a username section. It is basically it is a collection of users wherein the user stored. So I'll say this is the users collection stored here. But have I said that if I log in with this, let's create one and then we'll see how we can basically why do we need authorization. But before that, let me show you the agenda. First, we'll update the problem. I mean, let's say not update the, sorry for my bad. We'll understand why do we need why do we need authorization. First, we'll understand the problem statement, then we'll then we'll move to these ahead. That is to update our schema of the books, and third is the you update in the update something in the middleware in the payload section. So let's go to the sign up, and here inside I'll say this is the basically this is a user credential. So I'll go to technically I'll create one file here. I'll say txt, or let's say local.txt. Inside this I'll keep it, so I'll remember this, that it is I remember the password. And so there is one username that is and this name is Rita, but I'll update this, so I'll create my name. So I'll say Naveen, and let's say Naveen at the gmail.com, and I'll create the password. Let's say EP3. So if I and it is enter, and let me check first. So is my server? No, I need to start my server first. So I'll say npm run there. Okay, so my server has been started. If I hit the enter, you can see that this user is registered successfully. Now we'll basically log in by using this credential. So I'll say login at the gmail.com, and I'll log in this. And now I'm successfully able to log in. So I'll copy my token till this point, and let's go to the post request, and we'll create a book one. We'll go step by step. So in the headers, I'll say authorization. Um, let's say authorization. We'll pass a bearer, and after then I'll add simply paste my token, and inside the body I'll create a book that is um, let's say uh, Tom and Jerry. I created this book. Let's say it's a sci-fi fiction and rate is 5 and price can be let's say 100. And if I create this book, you can see that I'm successfully able to create this book till this point. And let me just add my, I'll go to my book router, and I'll add the base. I'll use the basically yesterday we used this auth middleware. So I'll use this in every create post request and in the patch request as well. So we'll understand the problem. So till this point, um, I am the user who logged in successfully and I created this book initially. But can somebody else log in and can they update my book? That is the question. They should not basically get the access of my books, but can they update it? Can can they update this book? So we'll see that. So I'll simply make a first get request, and if you see, I need to add first. Let me just go to the well, I'll copy this token and paste it inside this. So let's say if I don't provide the token, it says that the token is not found. So I need to provide the token for it. It means that that in the get request, the my middleware is working. It says that I'm the user who is not logged in and who is not provide the token to get the access of make a get request to read the books basically. So I'll paste this token and I'll read this. Can you see I'm able to read the books? And this is the book which I've created recently. This is my book. This is Naveen's book. So can somebody else log in at the same time and can they update this? So let's see. So initially I have the user, I'll say Yukta and this, and I'll use this name Yukta gmail.com. Okay, my bad. I need to log in. It is already registered. So I'll say Yukta and I'll say Yukta 1, 2, 3. And if I log in this, I'm getting the token. Now I simply copy this and I'll go to the patch request. Let's take an example of patch request that if the want to act, if the shouldn't get the access of my books to update it, and she says that it is my book. I have created it. Let's take a fake scenario. So can she update it? Update my book? Let's see this. Technically, no. She has not she doesn't author. She is not authorized person basically. So let's see, can she be able to update my books? So I'll paste her token and I'll go to the body inside. Let's say she wanted to update this book Tom and Jerry. So she will get the ID first and she'll simply paste this here. And inside this, she says that this is not Tom and Jerry, but this is not sci-fi. And she says that the um, let's say she says that it's not sci-fi, it is a cartoon book. And let's say, let me just copy this description. So I'll copy this and we wanted to change it. Let's say she is misusing, not misusing, let's say that she wanted to get the access. She said that it is a cartoon book, cartoon based something, etc. etc. And she also wanted to update the rating as well. So let's add it. Initially, the rating of its book that is 5. Now, can she be able to update my book? Technically, no, but if I hit enter, you can see that she is a book. She is successfully able to get the access of my book. So that is the problem. She shouldn't get the access of my book. But if I read this again, If I hit enter, then you see that she updated my mine's book description and the rating as well. So that is the problem when we don't have the authorization auth system basically. Uh, so we'll create today. Will This is the problem statement that we need to understand. So and that is one data I wanted to show you before we moving ahead to create the authorization. So that is why I've divided this video. We'll divide this. We'll learn this topic in 2 or 3 parts. So we'll understand this problem statement. So I'll say it is checked. Well, now let's move to. That is why we need to update the schema of the books first. So we'll understand that who is the user who created this book to update their books. So before this, we'll go to the book schema and I'll say let's say user ID. Uh, let's do this in this manner. Let's go to it. I'll say ID, user ID, and I'll say type should be string, and let's say user name, and I'll provide this type string, type string. Why I have updated this? We'll see this tomorrow, but till this point, keep patience and see this what I'm doing. So let me open my readme file, and we'll see that update in the middleware, and we need to update our middleware. So when I usually whenever I make a request in the decode section, what we get initially. So let's say if I wanted to read this book, if I hit this, then you see that in the console, in the console, when I open my book, say middleware, in my middleware, I'm able to basically successfully get the token in the console, and also I'm able to decode it whatever the in my login router. Uh, I've sent the payload to encrypt it with in the form of JWT, and so that is why we don't need till initially I was basically taking this example to just understand the topic, but we'll say that what we why do we need to use it? So why do we need to update this? So I'll say we need the user ID as well, and the user let's say if the user is registered, of course they have their user ID, username, of course. So with the help of this existing user variable, I'm able to with the help of the email, I'm able to get the basically email and the user ID. So here in this in the form of token and as a payload, I'll send the I'll remove this and I'll say user ID, and I'll say existing user dot user. 1 second. Let me just it is user ID, right? So I'll say existing user dot underscore ID. Right? And I'll send one more thing, that is user name. So I'll say existing user dot username. I'll send this instead of that payload. So, and if I send this, let's check. Okay. So can somebody tell me what is the problem? Why I'm getting the same payload? It is because that my token is old right now. I need to log in it again. So if I log in with this credential, and I'll get the token. And if I use this token in my get router, I need to use it and I'll paste it simply. And if I hit enter again, now let's check. Can you see that initially my token, when my token was old, it provided me this payload, uh, that what we are sending in the payload in the form of token. But right now I'm sending as a token, I'm sending my user ID and the username, which is nothing but the user. So that is that's how we can handle the authorization. And with this, uh, today's agenda is completed. So we have updated our schema and we've also updated our middleware as well. We'll update our middleware. And yeah, if you have if you have anything else and you want to say something, you can simply comment your question below in the LinkedIn post. I'll be grateful about it. So thank you everyone.